And we are privileged to have the Managing Director, Samuel Dubik Mahama, in studio with us, which means he's going to be answering all your questions. Good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
How's it going?
It could be better. Good morning.
Why have you changed the meters? Why?
But first of all, can we? Where's Kojo?
Suffering. They are doing.
He's purporting to perform roles as Safohin.
No, it's Brofumba number 5. Safohin.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is there any piece of land attached to it that he can sell?
No.
What I really want to say, I won't say it, but because
No. After Safohin, there is no.
There's no land. There's no land.
No. So there won't be any dispute over the road.
Cape Coast, the land itself is a problem.
Yeah.
Land in Cape Coast itself is a problem. Safohin, the land is not there.
Yeah.
Safohin won't get any land.
You get any land?
No. Anyway, we're going to talk about the meters. Yes, why you change the meters? Because people are complaining. They say,
but then again, it's also fair to say that for some months now, I don't know for every other person, but where I live, there appears to be some stability when it comes to power supply. At least the Doomsaw is not
where I live too, but you know where I live. Originally, I wasn't experiencing it until you and Mamavi.
Yeah.
Went to.
That's why we're angry that there was discrimination in the practice in the first place.
I'm watching the two of you just go on. Just watching the two of you.
But now I don't.
No, now I actually feel I'm guaranteed whenever I get home, there's no story about the plan at 2 p.m. Then they are telling those no. It's not happening. I don't know for other areas.
Well, last time my light went off, but the time they gave me, it was rectified before then. So
that one you could say
it was localized fault.
CSA.
That localized fault.
Yeah,
but in February it was Doomsaw.
But why don't you see it from the perspective where, as the distributor, any outage on the distributor side is to the distribution network. So if it's the distribution network, then what is it? It's what Doomsaw.
No. You
go back. Come back. I've confused the whole situation.
That one is not Doomsaw.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that shortly because that time we experienced Doomsaw. But specing that old car or a home makeover or a relaxing beach getaway, use your ABSA card 10 times or more in a month, and you could be a lucky winner in the ABSA Change Your Story promotion and extra entries by using our digital channels 5 times or more. From now till the end of October, 5 lucky winners will take away 40,000 Ghana cedis each every month to change their stories. For more information, visit an ABSA branch today. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Your story matters. ABSA terms and conditions apply.
Now, Do It Best is offering customers the opportunity to purchase top quality sanitary taps and bathroom accessories at up to a whopping 40% discount. This is the opportunity to purchase some of the world's best brands such as Sanitana, Cifial from Portugal, and Kohler, Delta Faucets, and Mansfield. These are things that Winston uses from USA. Also available are top quality paints from Sherwin-Williams and Colotech. All these and many more are up for sale up to 40% discount at Do It Best. Now, this offer is available while stocks last. Terms and conditions apply. Hurry, visit Do It Best on the Spinters Road or call 0243 359 289, 0243 359 289, or 0243 359 289. Do It Best, making the best even better.
Do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Do you want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams? Enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards at our campus. For more information, visit lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact us via email at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call us on 0309 0209, I beg your pardon, 607008. 0209 607008, Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Now, in today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. This is why we have thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster organizations' performance. With Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored to accommodate the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tax and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. Please feel free to reach out to us at 0501 515 124 or 0539 135 073 so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. Always here for you, Equity Health Insurance.
Great. So let's get into the conversation now. Samuel Dubik Mahama is Managing Director of ECG. So, you talked about changing meters. You've changed meters in some homes. But the complaint is, after the change in meters, people are owing. Somebody complained the last time, 3,000. Somebody sent a message that says, he checked his bill, he said 13,900. You said you were going to change their meters, but you didn't promise that you were going to make them pay astronomical prices for the consumption of electricity. Why this discrepancy?
So I'll take this in two forms, and you have to allow me. First thing, before you talk about the meter changes, to talk about tariff. Tariff has been increased by almost 70-something percent, almost 80%. There have been quarterly adjustments too. Now, when you finish doing that calculation, the next thing you need to ask yourself is, what type of meter were you using before and what are you using now? Every meter has a lifespan. That's something that was not made known to all our customers from the get-go. A meter has a lifespan of 10 years, between 10 to 15 years, at which point its activities start to decline. So when it starts declining, it doesn't read well. The mechanical meters, when you even charge your phone, is actually debt to ECG because the meter doesn't even read it. But these new meters are off by a basis point of 0.05. They are smart in nature. They speak to a network. They have SIM cards in them, so it's real time. What then the conversation should be now is energy conservation. Because now when you leave a socket on, it's drawing power. Things that you are not using, if you leave them on, they are drawing power. And now the tariff is also high. But if you do the calculation well, that's why I said yesterday that let's not, if there's a problem and you feel you want to challenge it, the standards authority are there. All these meters are calibrated to fit a certain purpose. Now, there's a different set of people who are claiming that their meters, their debts have appeared on meters. They are prepaid meters, but they're saying a debt of maybe, let's say, 31,000, 13,000. Yes, we do acknowledge that. But we do also acknowledge that it is not your fault. It's a fault of ECG. Your meter is now delinquent. Or maybe another word is what? Obsolete. Or what? It's expiring. That's a huge revenue loss. So what then has happened now is that we have close to over 1 point something million meters that have to be changed immediately. Now let's go back to when prepaid metering started under President Kufuor's regime. It was a huge government policy where we are going to change all meters to prepaid. Government was going to do a huge capital investment into ECG for ECG to replace all these postpaid meters to what? Prepaid meters. Guess what happened? It was truncated. So some people have prepaid meters, some people have postpaid meters. Now, you're talking about 2008 till now. We are living with meters that are not performing, yet the expectation on the utility company to collect enough is also what? Very, very high. The utility company is already fighting against forex shocks to its ability to perform. So every single coin counts. That's why we went cashless. We went cashless, we saw a massive spike in our revenue. We started the whole digital process, but the truth about it, going digital is that it points out your inefficiencies. It helps you to work smart, and it points out your inefficiencies for you to actually come out and say, look, I am sorry. I wasn't doing things right. I was hiding behind a lot of inefficiencies. When I took over ECG, in a month, ECG could install about 1,000, 2,000 meters. Now, as I speak to you, What do you think our monthly installation number is?
Tell me.
100,000. We've digitized the whole process for how you want a meter. You can start from the app. We are doing our best to close the gap. We must admit we are not there yet. We are a work in progress.
Okay.
So we do have a few faults, but the truth of the matter is that our customers need to interface with us. I do admit that there's some level of low confidence about the company from things that have happened in the past till now, but we need to find a way to work together. Right now, we are currently doing something called fixing the bill, because we acknowledge that, look, your meter has not been read for a while. So we've been giving you an estimated bill. Maybe we've been overestimating, or maybe we're underestimating. Let's sit down, let's read the meter, let's walk you through it, so that when you have confidence in the bill, you can pay. Now, let's not also forget that ECG is a company that since 2007, there's been no capital injection. So most of these reforms that we are doing, we are using our operational capital, or using our OPEX, our operational expenses, to pay for these things. That's not how you run.
Okay.
We need some huge amount of capital expenditure into the company to push it to where we need to see it.
So before you continue, you talked about the fact that some of these things may not be the fault of the consumers,
Yes.
or your clients. You admit there could be challenges. What are the problems? So, for instance, for that man who just has his meter reading 13,900, 31,000, what is the problem?
So that person, it cannot be the new meter. It would be the old meter, which has gone delinquent or which is now obsolete.
Old prepaid
Prepaid meter, because it has expired. We are on a drive to make sure that over 1 million plus meters have to be replaced, because they are not reading well and they'll be shooting you negatives. So I say that because, let's say, with all due respect, when you go digital, okay, and you have a dashboard where everything is seen in real time, and you are using bare metal service from an office, you think you've reached there until you migrate certain portions of immediate calculations and all of that, like what MTN does for your Momo in the cloud. You know, cloud speed is very, very fast. What the cloud speed gem pointed out to us was that, look, you guys have a fundamental problem with your meters. Now, what is this fundamental problem that you're asking? There's a period in the meter where the SIM card that is supposed to give the two-way communication network to how you vend and how you consume, whenever internet within that area goes down, the meter shifts into a certain mode where it doesn't deprive you of power. And it's also not reading well because of what it's doing. So when it hits the communication or the data comes back, what then happens? The calculation goes very fast, and then there's a deduction. This huge deduction is what causes this problem that we are all having with, my meter has gone into the negative, my meter has gone into the negative. The one thing that we need to know is that if a device that is supposed to create confidence between you and myself is not creating that confidence, that device needs to be replaced. That is the ambition that we are embarking on. Look, we again didn't have money. And in not having money, so we had to innovate. I sat down with my team. We called the meter manufacturers. They sat down with us. Now we do not import meters. You must be a local manufacturer. Some people say assembling plant, but in my case, it's creating jobs. Right now, we found a way to reduce our meter cost or debt to the company by 50%. So when you do these innovative things, it's supposed to reflect in how the customers relate to you. We have one of the best apps now, which has a 4.5 star rating. Now, the average number of customers on that app, active accounts, is about 4.5 million. People are embracing the fact that we are doing our best, but we are almost there.
Now, while you're doing what you can do and you say you're almost there, for those people also, they have bills that they have to pay, bills that they did not consume. So what happens to them?
So I said, we are taking it on a case-by-case basis. Our staff have been spoken to as to what to do. If you have such a situation, some have come to my notice. I've forwarded them to the Director of Communications, the Director of Customer Service, the Deputy Managing Directors to take care of. If your situation is like that, I don't want to tell you what we do, but you need to speak to us immediately. If it is our fault, we take the problem and then we take it on our side. If it is your fault, we show you what it is and then you handle it on your side. But in truth, anyone that is on our fault, the blame falls on us. PURC has written to us concerning some of them, so we are working on them. But in truth, if it is established that it's our device that caused the problem, it's the fault of the utility, and that issue would be handled as quickly as possible, and then you are restored, the meter is changed, and then you can go back to enjoying your life. But when going back to enjoy your life, you need to remember that tariffs have gone up, and you have a very, very, very smart new meter that you should not touch. Because now on the MMS platform, we see these meters in real time. We have their geolocations, we have their GPS coordinates. When you tamper with them, we get signals in our office. So we are getting a new trajectory where we want our customers to have confidence in the business that we are building or the business that we've built so far. So that is where we are now as a company.
Let me take you to the beginning. You did say that you are replacing meters. You say there are over 1 million expected to be replaced. How many have you done so far?
So far, we've done close to 500,000.
500,000.
Half, yeah.
How many complaints have you received that are connected to this billing difficulties?
Again, I would say that one just started recently, and I would say it's not even more than about 10,000. Because the initial complaint we were having was when we replace your meter, when we come, probably you've bought some credits on it.
Yes.
And then we replace the meter and your credits were not restored. Yeah.
Yes.
Because and when we replace your meter, we are supposed to give you some interim credits and then go through a process.
You are supposed to restore what I had on the meter.
So
I didn't make a requisition for the meter.
So
you replaced it. So I expect that it will run like what was previously the case.
So you want me to tell you some of my difficulties at my workplace. So let me just use this too. This is a human institution that you are transferring data. Not all of us went to Sunday school. Not all of us tell the truth all the time.
Okay.
So you have to go through a validation process before you restore somebody's credits that you saw on the meter there and then. Other than that, if I leave it for anybody to restore, if I come and you're a handsome man, I can say, oh yeah, what I saw was, you understand, and then do it instantly. But we needed to have a validation process.
Okay.
That is what we've tried to do. That was what delayed it. But we found a way quickly, and I must say, thumbs up to the innovation team. They found a way quickly to digitize that process to make it shorter.
Okay.
So that when the meter is replaced, what you already have on it is restored as quickly as possible, and you have an interim one, and you can immediately vend. I do still admit that there were a few challenges, but that one has been resolved. But this current problem of going into the negative phenomena, we were going fast, but we're not going fast enough. You understand? So it has caught up with us where some of those meters that have to be replaced are going downhill very, very, very fast. So we need to speed up our processes to make sure that we close the gap very, very early. But to add to that and to repeat myself, I said, if you experience this, quickly get in touch with us. Because
how? Go to your district office?
You can start by *226#. You report it. You can go onto the app. You report it. There are real-time responses.
How about calling the call center?
Call center.
That one is a given. You know, we have one of the best call centers in the Republic. So as for that one, initially that was the only thing we could brag about. But now we can brag about a lot of things like our app, our service delivery, how quick it is now for you to apply for a meter, how you can now see the steps when you've applied for it. You get real-time text messages as to the time it's being installed and all of that. Look, as I said, the conversation going on now, we do admit our role in it. We do admit that we had certain levels of inefficiencies. Look, we had a system back in the day called the CMS, Customer Management System, which was supposed to handle our bills and all of that. this system was not expanded to a point that it has only a certain amount of customers in it. So every given point in time that we decided to add customers, they were not settling in the system. What were they doing? They were hanging.
Okay.
So it created this point where we see that, oh no, come on. That means the number of customers you are claiming to have, that's not the number of customers. So that's what led to the KYC, the Know Your Customer drive. We go on with the QR codes and all of that. So now we have a QR code that tells you this is the homeowner, this is the tenant, this is the last wood pole you picked power from, this is the last transformer you picked power from, which now helps us when you place that call or you send that text message. This has helped us to discover customers that we didn't know we had.
Okay.
So all of this is adding up to give us the what do you call it, the kind of customer base that we need. This would lead us to having a conversation known as what? ECG beyond tariff. We've been looking at ECG in this micro sense, where, electricity bought, sold, how much? But ECG could be making more money. ECG is the only company that has wood poles in front of your home. Currently, all these fiber cables that they are digging the ground to bury, can they hang them on the ECG wood poles to give you fiber to your home? These are conversations that we need. And again, we talk about the Ghana card. Which entity in the Republic can authenticate your physical home address that you've put on the Ghana card? It's only ECG. Because we have your 1 meter, one home. So we are able to, this will lead us to a point where it can even change the face of micro lending in the Republic of Ghana.
I get you. These are wonderful things to do in the future. But I am coming back to what's happening now. If I complain about the disparity I've identified in the system,
yes.
How long should it take you to fix the problem?
Right now, we are currently on a 24-hour window to make sure that that problem, that disparity is solved. And you can do a check. Most of them that go maximum, it will have to be 48. That depending on the time that we were told and how soon we requisition the meter to replace it and get that understanding. But don't also forget, there are other group of people that we are also changing their meter. There are those who are the postpaid customers.
Okay.
So those postpaid customers, you've already consumed.
Okay.
So what your debt is already what? In the meter. Yes, you were not paying. Yes, you were not paying. Now we are replacing it to what? Prepaid. Now you are saying that because we didn't bring a bill, you shouldn't pay. That cannot be the position.
Of course, I mean,
Yeah, but that is what we are seeing on the ground.
Okay, but yeah, for those people, before we go for a quick break, then we'll activate the phone lines. So if you change their meter and you bill them, so you say, okay, this is what you've consumed. If they have a concern, how do you rectify that?
So if you have a concern, first things first, we know because of what has happened, the bill might be too big for you to pay there and then. So we have a payment plan that we want to put on the meter so that we recoup the money over a period of time. If you have any challenges, we have our regulator.
But how do I even know that's the bill that I've consumed?
But we will read the meter with you. We will take the digits with you. As for the reckoner on how the tariff is generated, there's a third party that can be the umpire in this, which is PURC. So if you have any issues to that, we cannot deny you power. Don't forget that. Unreasonably, let's say that. So when we go and sit down, we restore for you to use while the conversation concerning the debt, if we need the PURC in it. Some people have taken us there. We've proved our case. They've told us, ECG, you are wrong. We do what we have to do. Those who they've been told that, you have to pay, they also do and make their payments. Look, Winston, what we are trying to do is to make sure that we open up this company to a huge level of transparency for customers to be confident enough.
Kwesi is in Swedru. Kwesi, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
Yes, Kwesi.
Yes, my meter was changed a fortnight ago. And then my light went off this morning, but I was told that I'm having 53 seat bonus on my this thing. I went to buy this morning. I was told that I'm having credit and I have to pay the 52 cities also. I purchased 100 cities. Basically, I'm using I'm good to one radio set, especially draw set, home theater. I'm not using bulb. My television is off. My fridge is off for the past 3 years now. So if I'm going to pay 52 cities for 2 weeks a month. How much is my salary? And then time for an increase. The salary is the same thing. What is going on in this country at all? Wait. I cannot afford to pay this bill. What I have to do is I have to take off my meter because I can't afford to pay 100 cities a month for just radio state. I'm using just home theater. I'm using just home theater. My phone is not on because the weather. My phone is not on.
So, Kwesi, let me get you clearly. Your meter was changed 2 weeks ago. Your light went off. At the time your meter was changed, they said you had 52 bonus or 52 credits.
My light went off this morning around 12 o'clock.
And then when you went to buy,
I was told I have to get 2 cities bonus.
18 cities bonus.
52.
52
cities bonus.
And then you bought 100 cities. I
bought 150. I paid for the 52 and then I bought additional 100 cities also this morning.
Okay, hold on, Kwesi. I think we get okay. So it means you were owing 52. Okay, thank you very much, Kwesi in Swedru. We'll get back to you. Please keep listening. Your question will be answered. Gilbert is in Damfa. Gilbert, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Winston.
Yes, Gilbert.
Please, I hope you are doing well.
I'm fine. I hope you're fine too.
Yes, I'm doing very good. I have a very paramount discussion with you, but I'll call you afterwards, maybe during the weekends. Yes. Winston, I just want to make a personal appeal to what's the name of the MD again?
Dubik Mahama.
Mr. Mahama, yes. That he should really check his district office at Dodowa. Winston, what they do is that for some time now, they've been delivering meters that are not from official source to landlords. And these meters are faulty. So when the meters come, when you buy the credit from the app, it doesn't come. So your money will also go and get stuck over there. Then they themselves will come from Dodowa to come and do what they call direct connection for you. So that one, you are not on postpaid. Neither are you also on prepaid. So you'll be using the light. So maybe they will come and connect it for you for like 6 months. Then you'll be there now. Then somebody will also come from the same office. Then the person will come and tell you that you have done direct connection, which is illegal. Therefore, you are supposed to give them something for them to come and replace the meter for you. Meanwhile, they themselves were the people that brought the meter to the landlord or whoever requested for the meter. And they've been doing this around Damfa, Amra here, most of the places that are under Dodowa. And when it becomes like that, a lot of customers rather become, they suffer from the negligence of, the duty that they are supposed to perform. And as I talk to you myself, I am a victim to that. I experienced a very harrowing, kind of thing when I was staying at one place where they brought one of such meters. And listen, the meter was not working. So they themselves came to do the direct connection. When you buy the credit from the app, it doesn't come. So they did the direct connection and I was using it. Later they came back that I was owing them 13,000 Ghana cedis or something. That if I can pay even like 5,000, they will just clear off the rest of the debt. And I said, how come?
Gilbert, thank you. Gilbert, thank you very much. I think the point is well made. Solomon is in Japan. Solomon, good morning.
Good morning, Winston.
Yes, let's be brief in 30 seconds. What's your question?
All right. So I am a tenant. So I have vacated my room temporarily for a year. But then, by the time I came back, I had over 2,000 Ghana cedis bill on my meter. Meanwhile, someone was using the meter. So in a case like this, I want, I don't know whether it's Mr. or Dr. Mahama to clarify this.
Okay. Thank you very much, Solomon. Nanama is in Tema. Nanama, good morning.
Good morning, Wednesday.
Yes, Nanama.
Okay. So I have a solar system installed in my home. And it's been more than a year now. The bill has not changed after the installation of the solar. I have been to ECG. And they say that my meter is estimated. I pay almost 800 cedis every month. And this solar that I installed, I've always had solar, but I just changed the battery. I have, on the app, I use about 14 kilowatt hours average a day. I am in a position to generate 33 kilowatt hours a day. So my common knowledge is that at least I shouldn't pay any bill. or if there's anything at all, what I use in the evening is what I'm supposed to be paying. I have consistently paid the same amount, even after the installation of the solar. I have been to the Australian people. They have come to look at my meter. They say actually it was meant for a cell site. I am begging that my meter is changed, because right now I can go off the grid. I am self-sufficient. As we speak, I've been off the grid for 5 days completely, and I use everything, my microwave, everything, I use it. My bill is still the same. So I don't know where to go now. I have been to
kindly hold on. My producers will take your number, and the ECG will contact you later. Okay.
Okay.
Please hold on. Yeah. Yes, please hold on. My producers will take your number. Let's go to Madina. Nana Kwesi, good morning. Hello, Nana Kwesi. Okay, so Nana Kwesi is gone off. Let's get Samuel Dubik Mahama to address the first 4 questions. Yes.
Okay, so I'll start from the famous bottom-up approach.
Okay, no problem.
So, with the solar system in people's homes, there's something called net metering. It hasn't been effected in Ghana yet. So if you don't take care, you would actually be feeding back. If your metering, your wiring is not done properly, you'll be feeding back into the meter. You'll be given, so there's a back feed. So you are producing, you are now your own IPP in your home. And you are putting back power into our meter. So our meter will be reading your solar energy as what? Power that we are giving to you.
Okay.
Is that an installation problem?
That's an installation problem. So I need to get a proper. That's why I said I needed her contact, because I need to get a team to go take. This is not the first time we've heard this. Also, when you talk about the batteries, if she's saying she's sufficient or she's okay now based on the batteries, it's a little debatable. That's why I need to go to get people to take a look. I've heard this before, and after the audit, it was confirmed in the negative, because the rate at which it's been cold, we've been experiencing our west winter.
Yeah,
almost 3-4 months now. Consumption is at an all-time low. Revenue is at an all-time low. So we know exactly what is happening out there. So if you don't take care to, it's also power from the grid that is charging your, what do you call it? Your batteries.
Okay.
Yeah. So with hers, we just need to verify. Now,
so hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me just pick other calls. I'll get back to you. Let's go to Odumase, Krobo Odumase. Hope. Good morning.
Good morning, Wilson.
Yes, Hope.
Please, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and I believe you're fine too. In 30 seconds, go ahead with your question.
I'm fine by God's grace. Wilson, I guess you are aware of a problem that happened, a problem that occurred between the ECG and the Krobo region about the ECG meters.
Yes.
Recently, at first, they were replacing the meters, the analog meters with the prepaid ones, which is the postpaid meters. They were replacing the prepaid ones with they were replacing the old postpaid meters with the prepaid meters. And suddenly, something happened. I don't really know what was going on, but the language was now paying for the replaced prepaid meters, paying an amount of 1,000 cedis plus before you get a prepaid meter, which is kind of like,
no,
as I'm speaking to you right now,
you don't pay before you get the prepaid meter.
Come again, please.
You don't pay before you get the prepaid meter. Well, I mean, I've had my meter changed. I didn't pay anything.
But now, that is what is happening nowadays.
Okay, hold on, Hope. So you're paying. You'd have to report that.
Does he get receipts for it?
Did you get receipts for the the meters that you paid for?
No, please.
Can you show us? Can you help us in this? Because whoever is doing this, we have to identify the person. If you could stay online, we'll take your phone number and we'll get in touch with you, because this shouldn't be done. Nobody should take money from you for a replacement of a meter. That needs to be investigated, and we really will appreciate your help to identify the people doing this. So please, if that has happened to you, we are very sorry. We need to find a way to rectify it and fix that. Please stay on the line and let them get your phone number for me. I would love to get my team to get in touch with you so we solve this problem immediately, so we can stop this from happening to other innocent people. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Hope. Let's speak to Na now. Na, good morning. Hello, Na, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, Na. Kindly reduce the volume on your radio set so we can hear you. You're giving us some feedback. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, I just want to ask Mr. Mama, what do you do about illegal connection?
Illegal connection.
In my area, we've got a lot of illegal connections.
Where's your
Do you
area
have a
now?
means of detecting it?
Where's your area?
Asofan, Ofanko barrier, Asofan.
Ofanko barrier. Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much now for joining us. You want to find out what is being done about illegal connection. You can also join us 0302-216-541 and then 055-1111-997. This morning we're joined by the MD of ECG. Judith is at Hacho. Judith, good morning. Hello, Judith.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Judith, go ahead.
Yes. I have a problem with my meter. It is not in Accra. It is in Georgia, in Ketunos.
Okay.
I do not live there. There's nobody there. And I don't use, I don't put on fridge. I put on nothing in the house. But I'm sent bills as much as 2,000, 3,000 to pay. I went to the Denu office, that is Ketu South. That's where the ECG office is, to complain. I don't think I was given the best of reception. They were not nice to me. I got somebody to come and read the meter, and I was told that I should remove the meter and come and put somewhere. And I don't think that I'm not the only one not living in my home, my house in the village. And I don't understand that. It's so exorbitant. I don't know where the deal is from.
Okay. Thank you very much, Judith. Let's go to Abokobi. Kane, good morning.
Good morning, Wilson.
Yes, Kane.
Okay, please, I wanted to know how long does it take for your meter to be fixed when you apply? Because
how long does it take to do what? Hello, Kane.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I said you were asking the question. How long does it take
yes,
to do
what? How long does it take for your meter to be fixed when you apply? Because we have the Kwabena district office over 3 months now. We pay for the registration fee and everything. The first time we can do estimate or something like that. Over 3 months now, and nobody has been there.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kane. Osbert is in Dawenya. Osbert, good morning. Hello, Osbert. Hello, Osbert.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Can you go ahead and ask your question?
Okay, so what happened was I moved into a new place, and when I moved in here, there was already some credit on the meter. I went ahead because I wanted to know the amount I had. I bought new credit, and then I realized I had about 100 and something. Now, recently, I tried to purchase credit again, and I was told I was in the negative of 600 and something cedis. When I called the office, I was told that my meter actually belonged to someone in Obuase, a lady. Meanwhile, the credit that I bought, the name of my landlord was on the receipt. So I don't know how that happens, where the meter name will change and then I'm in the negative.
Okay. Thank you very much, Osbert. Peter T. in Shukra is our last caller. Go ahead, Peter T.
Thank you very much, Oefe. My problem is I think about early last year, I realized some developments on my meter, that is the old meter, which I'm still using. When we came to associate ourselves with this Dunso for some time. So at each time that there was light off, when the light comes back, so even if it is 100 or 200, credit that is on my that's my credit, or diminishes. That means that it disappeared. I don't have. Then I have to be in light off for the whole night until I buy another meter. And this thing continued for some time. So I asked some technician to come and check. According to him, it says my date or so, whatever it is, has been turned upside down, other way around. That is what is causing the problem. So later they came, they removed the meter, and then I paid for that. I think I paid for that about 2.5 million. I paid for that for the repair for that very damage. But my second one is that I think that maybe by now. Hello.
Everybody is asking one question.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
I should go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So upon that, what I realized is that after even it has been done, I think the problem is still there. But because this new meter is in circulation, I've been waiting for the meter to come so that once this one is done away, because I cannot pay another money for other this replacement or for other repair. I don't want to do that.
Thank you very much, Peter. T will be our last caller for now. Now, this one, another question that came in says, electricity meters in the Enumbuso area are not read frequently, sometimes 6 months, and then bills with very high values, some very unreasonable, are sent, followed immediately with disconnections. Something wrong there.
Electricity's color is red, gold, green with a black star. This company belongs to Ghana.
But people they are able, I don't know how they do it, they're able to isolate, let's say, the air conditions from passing through the system. Is that also illegal?
Yeah, it's illegal. Because everything must go through the meter. Some people even when they were building their homes, thought of the bypass and have created a bypass in their wall.
Oh, I see.
So it's actually not visible. So until we started metering the distribution transformer and metering your home and comparing the consumption, we were not seeing the leakages until you get to the house and you realize that no, there's a shortfall here. You go through, then you realize that, oh, actually this is what they are doing. The whole illegal thing and the whole bypass thing, they're supposed to be what do you call it? An act of parliament or something to turn these things into a criminal offense. It's stealing. We as a company, if you realize, we have some new 5 directorates. Yeah. One of the directorates is the investigations and prosecutions. We have a fiat from the Attorney General to prosecute these matters. So we have made up our mind that when we see stuff like this, it was never your intention to pay. So if it fits the elements of stealing, you will be charged with stealing. So we can be able to recoup the money that we need. Now, on the access of, there was one on the meter in Georgia.
Georgia, yes.
What I will say is, if we don't have access to reading the meter constantly, we will always send you an estimated bill that is overboard. We do admit that the estimated bill is wrong. Please just keep paying the bare minimum, because if you don't, and finally it's read and it's reconciled and the bill is very big, you then say, what next? It's our fault. You don't want to pay because you didn't get a bill. Grant us access. I would again like to apologize for the attitude of the staff in the Denu office. I don't know what transpired, but whenever you're dealing with customers have been treated with a lot of respect. Madam, we are very sorry for that incident. Please, let's find a way to get back. I'll try and see if I can get your phone number from the producers to give you a call so that we see how best we can streamline it to get you a better form of redress.
Okay.
Now, let's go to the old meter issue in Obuasi. Some people, because there's this statement that goes around, Mato meter, I've bought a meter. You never buy a meter. A meter is a service connection.
4,000 cedi for it. If you ask me to pay, and they even add installation to it.
When you say they asked you, who asked you?
The attendants there.
No,
sometimes
you see, if you go on the ECG app.
Yes, but this is a more recent phenomenon of apps. I'm talking about you need it. You have put up the building. You need the meter. So then the attendant says, "Bring money. I'll get you this week."
You see the mischief here. If you are going through a Goro boy,
no, not necessarily. You go to the district offices.
So if you go to a district office, there's a process, there's a procedure, there's a PURC prescribed amount to pay. The moment you are not paying the PURC prescribed amount, you are going through a Goro boy. Let's agree. it's just like going for no. Let me throw any other state agency.
Yeah, but when you know that
but
your PRC so-called process is going to take me almost 6 months to get that meter, and there's somebody there who tells me that I can actually get it for you. The bureaucracy is to make sure that you pay this money.
Recently, to address this, we have different forms of services.
Okay.
We have a premium service for you, where if it doesn't involve a lot of materials, you can get it in less than 24 hours. We have ones that if it involves meters and cables or a transformer into an area, you have a time frame stipulated for it. So you pay for whichever one. But under the PURC service, we are to make sure that is completed in less than a week.
Okay.
You see, the beauty about all the phone calls that I was mentioning to Winston is that for once, nobody has come to say, I've been looking for a meter, I'm not getting a meter, I'm not getting a meter.
King says that how long does it take for you when you apply?
That's why I said a week. And then now King's situation is the workload in Kwabenya office, because that's where he brought it up. Kwabenya is a new area that is growing, that has a lot of suburbs, so their workload is quite a lot. It's a few weeks ago we were discussing how to increase the staff numbers over there to accommodate the issues that are coming up. Again, we are a customer company, so we just need to find a way to close that gap quickly. So what I'll just say to him is, if the process didn't start on the app, or the process is on the app, he should just go back onto the app and check where he's reached with it, or which number he is on the line to receive the service, and then get in touch with the Kwabenya office for it to be addressed as quickly as possible.
Okay. Then the Osbert issue, he says, so he's in Dowenya.
Yeah.
Now, he's told that the meter belongs to somebody in Obuasi.
Yes. So, that's why I said, people always think that I bought a meter. So, when I'm moving homes, I'll do what? I'll move with the meter. So, we have a meter number and a meter system in our system saying that this is where this meter should be. Now, this meter has found its way to Accra. This is a disparity that has been caused by a customer. And then now, guess what? Consumption is also going to vary. So his data that we have is going to be different. So this is something that we need to rectify immediately to make sure that the right meters are being put in place. That's also the reason why we are going on with these replacement exercises. As much as our main aim is to beef up our customer friendliness, also we need to close these gaps, especially on the data that's being collected, as to who lives here as a landlord and who lives here as a tenant. So that at every given point in time, if a tenant also leaves without not paying the bill, there's a Ghana card now. We need to let that bill follow that tenant. It shouldn't be the headache of the landlord, or should be the headache of the new tenant. So these are little things, that disparities in our system that we are trying to fix. On the last one about meter reading not the meter not read. What's the town?
In Numboso area, 6 months. They show up and come with very high bills, and then they follow it up with disconnections.
What I would advise is that they should all just be paying something on account. We have over 2 million postpaid meters, and we have just 800 meter readers. That situation is something we are looking at solving as quickly as possible. We've come up with a process for meter reading through our short code *226#, again also through the ECG app. If you have anybody who's literate who can help you, please let them help you to send in your meter reading so we can get you your actual. If not, just keep paying something on a monthly basis. If not, when we read it and we are giving you a 6-month bill, Winston, it will definitely be on the high side. And you definitely have to pay.
Yeah, but the challenge is that...
Get them prepaid.
I
had a prepaid. You replaced my prepaid with another prepaid.
That's
when
the
people that don't have the prepaid.
See, you see the area you mentioned.
Yeah.
We have to recover the cost of a prepaid meter over a period of time.
Okay. From me.
From the PURC.
Okay.
We can't get full cost recovery immediately. It's over a period of time. Now, in this business, you have to be tactful to know when to deploy, where to deploy your most efficiency. Now, the biggest and high earning areas, Accra, Western, Ashanti, and Central. There are certain regions or certain areas we are carrying them along because of because the activity or the consumption is not that high. If we look at this town, maybe the best way to hold it at bay would be to keep it where it is until you finished with the major.
Okay.
Because don't forget, this is not a capex exercise. If it were a capex exercise, yes, you just pencil them on it and they are replaced. But it's not a capex. We are finding creative and innovative ways to close the gap while we get to the position where we are financially okay.
Then send the meter readers there, because these areas that you're changing, the meter readers may not have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's about deploying. And I gave you the numbers. 800 meter readers for over 2 million meters to be read. So, yeah, they came after 6 months. Yeah, it's difficult. That's why I said there's a self-service.
Yeah.
That we're giving you an option of the self-service. And I gave you the easiest one where if it is 300 cedis you want to pay, just keep paying that on account. If it is read after 6 months, there's a balance. But if you don't pay at all...
That's where the other problem is. You know that human nature, if I don't get a bill, I assume...
There's nothing to be paid.
Where I will fight with you on that is this. Take this same person from here, uproot them, drop them in London, drop them in the US. The bill will not come. You and I...
Yeah, but the consequences are...
So now you're turning it now to the consequences.
Yes.
So as a country in Ghana...
No, I get your point. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'm not even going to waste it. I'm not going to allow you for us to debate this issue. I'm going to ask you to help me to speak to our customers to say that, look, the responsibility is that no matter what you do, you have consumed.
And you ought to pay.
Don't find
So
excuses.
2 months.
We should reduce it to 2 months.
6 months is too long.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If I haven't read your meter in 6 months, you just be paying small, so that it doesn't catch up with you to a point where it's too much. Your salary cannot support it. Let's just have a good obligation of, something on account, something on account.
All right. I think there was someone in Solomon in Japan who said he has been getting a bill of 2,000. I think he had changed, and he saw a bill of 2,000. Bill something had gone wrong.
Yeah. So with his, he said he had just moved into the place.
Yeah.
Maybe his consumption, the consumption that is being looked at, is what the past tenant. Because if the meter hasn't been read, so these are things that there's in the LIs for PURC. If you're a tenant, you have to inform the utility that, hey, I've moved here. Let's fix the records. Let's fix the so that you know that this is me here now. It's not XY person.
Okay.
There are certain obligations on the customer that the customer has failed to fulfill, but is expecting a top-notch quality service. Look, Maximus said something. He said, the things we do today will echo in eternity. Today, how we walk around, how we respond to our services, like this same person who is saying 6 months. What you do today, eternity-wise, is a short phase. By that time, you don't have to pay much.